My next guest says now is the best time to buy a home thanks to low mortgage rates and the home buyer tax credit, because that's expiring in April. Joining me now in a Fox Business exclusive, Jim Gillespie, the CEO of Coldwell Banker. First, I've got to ask you, how's business? What are you seeing out there?
Well, we're seeing business picking up thanks to the expansion and the extension of the home buyer's tax credit. I called brokers all across the country, California, Michigan, Central Illinois, Philadelphia, and Florida this morning, and they say that activity has increased tremendously, that the first-time home buyer is starting to realize that they have a very short window of opportunity, Liz, to get their home prepared to sell, listed, sold, and then under contract for a new primary residence, all by April 30th.
All of this makes me wonder and worry, come April 30th, when the government says no more tax credits, that the whole thing implodes or just looks absolutely awful as far as comparable month-over-month numbers are concerned.
Well, what I'm hoping will happen is that with this tax credit that now is beyond the first-time home buyer, that we'll start to see some momentum and that we will get the real estate business going, and with the combination of the economy improving, the recession over, that's what that would be my hope, Liz.
Do you guys know what move up is? We were just talking about this with Jim, and these move up tax credits, $6,500
yes.
if you're moving up in your primary residence,
yes.
of course, to a newer place.
Yes,
or
the move down buyer too. You know, there's a lot of people that have put off selling their homes and going to retirement that have put it off. So with the $6,500 tax credit, that's a tremendous incentive. Up until April 30th, we had the $8,000 tax credit for first-time home buyers, which is still in effect, but it has been expanded to the move-up buyer.
Here's the unknown, or at least what
Sure.
everybody says is an unknown, but I get awfully nervous when the herd is saying, what happens? This is an unknown. We'll see mortgage rates skyrocket once the Fed exits from its mortgage-backed securities purchasing, and what that does is it actually keeps interest rates low to stimulate more
Yes.
people buying.
Well, the Fed has committed $1.25 trillion, as you know, to buy the mortgage-backed securities through sometime in March. So the concern is what's going to happen with interest rates. Now, Mark Zandi, Moody's Economy.com, who I think is a preeminent economist in the country, says that he predicts mortgage rates will rise about 1% to the low sixes, high fives or low sixes, which really historically is very, very low. I mean, we've been spoiled in this country with interest rates below 5% and in the low fives.
Remember Reagan era, 8 to 12%.
Yes. Well, I remember early 80s, 18, 19.
Oh.
So 6%, even if interest rates do go up, that's still historically very, very low, Liz.
Okay. So you are of the belief that when the Fed exits in March and stops propping up the market, that we'll see at least about a 1%?
Well, I would think that Mark Zandi would be correct in that.
Yeah,
and most economists are saying, up to 1%. There are a few that are saying a little bit higher, but the vast majority, and I read an awful lot about this, say about a 1% jump, which again, like I said before, is still going to be very, very low interest rates.
Jim, have we changed the behavior that needed to be changed? And that is really irresponsible mortgage underwriting, because now I hear that people are relaxing their standards once again, and that we could get into that same trouble that we got in that started a lot of this in the first place.
Well, I haven't, honestly haven't heard that. I mean, if anything, I still hear our people telling us that the standards are still very, very tight, which I'm not opposed to. Okay. I know FHA...
So you don't call your guys and say, make it a little easier.
No, and FHA is talking about really, tightening things also and raising the down payment.
Mm-hmm. And, do you think that changes the landscape and makes people more apt to stay in the homes that they purchase?
Well, right now, I think the biggest thing there is you've got some homeowners up to a quarter that are underwater. You've got people worried about their jobs. But I think there's still, there's 75, 77 million homeowners in this country. So there's an awful lot of potential for the move-up buyer. And there are, according to NAR, there are 16 million renters out there that need to know about and hopefully will take advantage of the first-time home buyer's tax credit.
Jim Gillespie, CEO of Coldwell Banker. Happy New Year.
Thanks. Happy New Year
Thanks
to you, Liz.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you very much. We've got